the Chamber of Commerce. I believe that through hard work and perseverance, many things can be done.
We're going to look at the Aubrey case, and we're going to look at that case in North Wisconsin. I won't call his name, but we're going to look at it and talk about how we as blacks are still struggling in the justice system, which is supposed to be a just justice system, and it's not. So we're going to do that. I'm getting to a point where I want to see the young people take the mantle, take the light, take the torch, whatever they got to take, and run with it.
So ask yourself some tough questions,
We are here working together. As Dr. King says, we're all in this boat together. We're doing great things. But we still have a far piece to go.
1619 on down to today, we need to know history. And we need to teach it. We need to show the students and teach them about what happened in this country. We can't sweep this under the rug.
We have to adjust to taking our mental wellness just as seriously as we would take our physical wellness.
Good evening, and welcome to a new edition of Urban Sentinel Live. I'm your host, Reggie Kearney, and I want to welcome everyone to the Urban Sentinel Live, which is a part of the Urban Sentinel magazine family. Tonight, we got a great show tonight with a great individual who's doing his own thing. He's really working hard at his many crafts. He's just not a man of one craft. He's got many crafts out there, but he's doing an excellent job. I want to introduce to the world, Mr. Terry. How you doing tonight, Mr. Terry?
First of all, how y'all doing? I'm doing good. I can't complain. I'm glad to be a part of this show, and just thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for taking out from your busy schedule to be a part of this show. Terry Moore, he's an actor and a martial artist. He's a boxer. He's a model. He's a trainer. I mean, God, man, you acting like you're Jamaican or something, man. You got 50 jobs there. And that's a good thing. Man. That's a good thing. And
I try to stay busy. Stay busy, though I won't be in trouble.
Okay, that's a good thing. And Terry is with us all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tonight.
Yep.
The city of brotherly love. So again, we are glad that you could be a part of the show tonight. Really appreciate you being with us. So to get things started, because 30 minutes will come and go so fast, tell me, how did you get started in boxing? What took you to boxing and martial arts? We're just going to climb the ladder of your success, okay? So tell me about martial arts and boxing.
Well, I always studied martial arts. It was like an off and on thing since growing up, and just off and on. And then when I came here to Philadelphia, I picked it back up. And then how I got into the boxing, they were trying to start an organization in Philly for like those who were into boxing, and for those who was like celebrities or like coming into the entertainment business. And we wanted to start at that. And couple of friends that I knew, was like, yo, bro, you still box or you still do, the martial arts? I was like, yeah. They was like, would you mind being a part of this program? Sure. I was just, at first I was just doing it as a favor. Mm-hmm. One thing led to another, and I just became the light heavyweight champion of it, and I became the face. So, and that's how I got there. It just kind of was like I just stepped in and it came at the right time.
Okay. And tell me, when you all having celebrity boxing matches, are y'all wearing helmets or y'all just out there going at it? Because it's a celebrity match now.
Well, you're going at it, but you're going at it. It's like almost like a sparring session.
Okay.
I'm not in there to kill you. It's a sparring session, so to speak. It's real, but it's a sparring session.
Okay.
So
well, good. I'm glad you said you're not in there to kill nobody. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So then
the guy got to go home and eat. He got to feed his family.
That's right. Now, look, tell me something, Terry. What form of martial arts are you that you have learned? What type?
The discipline is I'm Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu and a little bit of Aikido. Okay. I incorporated those three. I like Muay Thai the best. I mean, for my personal preference, to me, it's up close and personal, but you get in and you get out. You don't really have to dance with a guy that long. You can get in, you get out, and it depends on what style your form of it, how you're using it, and who the person is. But for me personally, I like the knees and the elbows. I like to get in, and get out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because your knees, your elbows, and your palm of your hands actually can do some damage. I tell people actually your palm of your hand probably could do more damage than a closed fist.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people use martial arts as a form of training too, for exercise
Yeah.
and discipline.
Oh, definitely.
That.
Definitely. If you kick for about an hour because your legs are heavy, you kick for about an hour, you'll feel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's what I probably need to do. But at my age, I probably kick and leg be stuck up in the air forever. I won't be never be right again.
Oh man.
Yeah, never be right. So then, okay, you into martial arts, you into boxing, then you get into modeling. How did you end up getting into modeling?
Well, I got into actually this how because acting and modeling they complement each other. So I actually did acting first, and that was like I started off in the church, and my mom and my grandma would put me in these church programs. I used to hate it because I didn't really understand it, but whatever Christmas play came up, whatever happened in church, I was always in those plays.
Okay.
And I started out doing that, and then modeling became like I can't be like a teenager. I was like a teenager, and somebody offered me, "Hey, you're a nice looking dude. Why don't you try modeling in suits and things like that?" So I started doing that, and then I came back to the acting. So it was kind of like a bounce back and forth. And I just started when I moved up to Philly, I started doing theater. And one thing just led to another. It was just boom. All I had to do was walk into it. It was there for me. Boom. So,
man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then you got to the mountaintop. You're an actor now. You're gonna be the next Will Smith or the next Denzel Washington. So
hey,
okay.
If it's in the cars, baby, it's in the cars. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you enjoy acting? How do you enjoy it?
I like it. I like it because it's how can I put it? It's a job, it's a job, but it's fun. It's like you get to meet different people, do different things, become different people. It's and the people around you, y'all become family, and that makes everything just come together. And when you like a family, y'all all have that same goal in mind. I want to have this be a productive and a positive project, and that's usually how that goes with me. Every set I've been on, every project, I just have people warm up to me like family. So I just love it. I mean, don't get it twisted. It does have its stressful moments, but I love it.
Now tell me, is Philly a strong? I know, like here in DC, we get we get a lot of outtakes in movies because of the federal buildings and things of that nature. They might, if they're doing a movie about a government informant or something like that, they'll do some some shots here in DC.
Well, it's a capital, baby. Got
to. So how's it in Philly as far as the market for movies and television shows and things of that nature?
I mean, Philly has a lot of history. So you will have a lot of people film here because of the history and the landscape of it. Like you might catch, and believe it or not, if you go back to certain movies, especially like movies in the 90s and early 2000s, you might see a lot of that our city hall and the skyline. And sometimes they might use the skyline in City Hall, and they might take that and they might put it in a movie in France somewhere. You get it? So they might do that. So like I said, it definitely has its market. And then not to mention the celebrities that are from here, it comes back here and do projects.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you all are flush with celebrities in the Philly market.
Yes, like they came out, yeah.
Yeah, so like music, television, movies, and everything. I mean, y'all got it right. I guess the biggest artist in Philly, other than you right now, is what Meek Mill.
You got Meek Mill, yeah, the Meek Mills. Who else? I mean, I can name them. Meek Mills, of course. You already know Kevin Hart and Will Smith. It's a
Right.
lot, man. We got so much talent, man. It's crazy. Because
Yeah.
if you remember, at one time it was New York
Yeah.
heavy like that. So
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. That is great. So tell me about this movie Snow Black. Tell me about it, okay? Yeah, I
Snow
want to know something
Snow Black, man, was a legendary movie within itself. Um, Granted, it was a award-winning movie. It played all over the world, Nova Scotia, India, I think, places like that.
about it.
Um, man, the movie was. We had Ryan Van Cleef. For those who don't know, the Black Dragon. He hasn't done a movie in 30 years, and he came off the bench just to
hmm
cut a scene with me. Then you have Gloria Hendry, who was the first black lady that ever played in a James Bond. So, I mean, just sitting there, I didn't get a chance to meet Gloria. I wish I did, but just to actually sit there and talk to Ron Van Cleef was like a history class within itself. Like, it was crazy.
hmm
And he was showing me some things I didn't even know, because these martial arts is like, he's like on level 2055. Because he trained with Bruce Lee. He
Oh, okay.
actually,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, but like I said, the movie it's a phenomenal movie. I encourage anybody to go watch it. It was just basically about what the star Sarah Buckley was coming back to her neighborhood and clean up the neighborhood because of the drug dealers and the gang bangers, and her sister died in the result of that, and she was just basically trying to clean up the hood, and you know how they go.
hmm
You
hmm
always gotta, those guys that want to be tough and
Yeah.
try. So, but it's like I said, not to tell all the movie of those who haven't seen it, but definitely go
Mhm.
check it out. Um,
Okay.
I'm also working on a current project called Diaries of a Female Player, and I will be doing a reoccurrent on a project called 49 So Fine.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
my current project, I play Keith in Diaries of a Female Player. I'm one of the main stars there, and definitely check it out. It's on YouTube. I just definitely
hmm
check it out.
Okay. Yeah,
Just wrapped up our season.
I saw a post on Facebook just now. I
Hmm.
guess one of the writers or authors, one of the ladies that you work with, she
Hmm.
posted that you were going to be on the show tonight, and she put that in there. What is the diaries of a
Female
what she said,
player.
female pimp?
Play well.
A
If
player.
you want to about
Player.
female player, yeah,
Yeah.
player.
Okay. Okay, that's a great title. I'm gonna have to check that out. You said that's on YouTube, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
it's
check
on a
that
couple
out.
of few others. It's on Roku as well,
Oh,
and
okay.
a few other streaming channels. I can't remember. I know
Uh-huh.
Roku is one of them. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's cool, man. That's great. That is great. So, how long did it take you all to film Snowback? Snow Black.
Uh well, really, and well, I did my part in like 2 weeks. Initially, Snow Black was supposed to come out in 2020, but the pandemic it kind of shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
So it came out in February 2022, and so I mean, it kind of like it. I don't know how exactly how long it took, but for my part, I went to California, went out there a couple of days, did my
Mm-hmm.
thing, and I was out.
Now,
So
are you focused as a career right now and as a job? Are you focused on acting right now as
yeah,
your breadwinner, or is
that's
one of the
that's my
ABC type of thing?
no, that's my passion. That's my that's
Okay.
be honest with you, I quit acting for a while. I used to act earlier in my life when I was like 25. I
hmm
quit because at my mindset during that time, I thought I was gonna be famous overnight.
Right.
And I was like, it didn't happen for me. And to some people, it do happen like that. But for me,
hmm
it didn't happen for me, and I quit. But I had important people around me in my circles, like, bro, most people don't get famous overnight, bro.
hmm
Get back into it, stop crying, suck it up, you know, and do what you got to do. And what took me off was when I did a live skit for the Younger Than Restless.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of, I went back to it. I said, all right, I'm going to do it. And when I went over there and did the skit, the lady, the news reporter was like, yeah, I like how you do that, how you did that. You mind doing it again? I was like, yeah, okay.
hmm
What I didn't know was on live. So she's like, you ready to be on the news? I'm like, yeah, but I didn't register that, and I was like, yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
ready. And she said she was counting down like 10, 9. I'm like, we doing it live. Okay,
Hmm.
so it went from there. So
Okay.
I'm glad I picked it back up because I was seriously about to quit.
You been give it up. You saying,
And I
wait a
was like,
minute,
man,
I can't, I'm gonna
I'm
get
supposed to
like
be doing that
Denzel
already.
Washington and Kevin Hart and those, yeah, it takes a while for some people. You're right. Some people can hit it
Yeah,
overnight success, but then I find that the people that have the overnight success sometimes they burn out. The flame burns out for some reason.
I've
You
seen
know.
that. I've seen that happen. Like you. Well, I was told this. They said the best time is the journey, the process getting up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you know what not to do, what to do, how to move. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's been people in the entertainment business that've been turned away several hundred times.
Yeah.
So you figure like, man, at some point you'll quit. You
Yeah.
know, but if this is
Uh,
your passion, this is your dream, you gonna just give it your all and go back into it. And you're not gonna always get roles. I mean, I've got turned down for roles because you didn't fit the physical criteria. Maybe
right.
you did the scene and the line is phenomenal, but you probably
Mm-hmm.
don't fit the physical criteria. So
Mm-hmm.
so everybody's not gonna want you. And that's why I tell people that want to get into
Right.
this, don't get disencouraged because everybody's not gonna want you.
Right.
You
You know,
can't be in everything.
I was listening to Lenny Kraft's daughter Zoe, and she was
Hmm.
talking about how she auditioned for the last Batman movie that was out, and they told she
Hmm.
was urban. She didn't, again, like you said, she didn't meet the qualifications of what they were looking for. But then
Right.
this time she went and auditioned for this Batman, and she got the role as Cat Lady. So you're right. It's a hit and miss. But you
Yeah.
can't be disappointed. You got to keep on going. You know,
Exactly. Nothing
going.
personal. It's just, hey,
Yeah.
you don't. I mean, you think about it. And I tell people think about it like this. If let's say you're going out for a scene that it says, hey, I'm looking for a basketball player. This guy's is 6'5", 6'6",
Hmm.
6'10", 7 foot, whatever. If you're 5'3", the criteria says it right there. I don't really think you
Right.
should go out for that. Now, here's the thing though. However, if you go out and you do audition and they like your work, sometimes it goes in your favor. You're like, no, I like that guy. I can use him for something. It may not
Hmm.
be for this project particularly, but maybe my next project. Or they might just
Right.
add you into the current project.
Hmm.
So you may not get the role that you audition for, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna give him something.
Hmm.
So
Now,
sometimes it can go in your favor.
with Snow Black, would you
Mhm.
consider that as an independent? Was that an independent project?
Yeah, but it took a life of its own. Like it became bigger than what we expected.
Oh,
And like I
okay.
said, it became a war-winning movie. It became shown all globally. So yeah, it definitely took a life of its own.
Right. Now, have you taken any young people under your wings in the Philly area who want to become actors or actresses one day?
Um, Not per se under my wing, but I guess you could say that. But it'd be a couple of young people. Well, I ain't gonna say young people, but just people just trying to get into it. Period. I just give them my advice and just give them, just positive energy. Like, listen, you can do it. I mean, you think about it. Especially, I tell people this: if you can do theater, you can do anything. Because theater is
Mm-hmm.
different from film. Big difference. And when it's game day at theater, you got to be on your A game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do that and you can get over the fear of messing up, and get over the fear of being in front of a crowd, you got it. And here's the thing: believe it or not, a lot of people are there that's seeing you. They wish they could do that because it's hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You put all your time and energy at rehearsals, and then you come in and you're willing to do this live. Now, film is a little bit more relaxed because you can mess up a bunch of times, and well, listen, we'll go back to the lab, we'll edit it, whoop de whoop. Even though they don't like to, but it's more relaxed in theater.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're doing a live play and you stumble over a line or you forget a line, you can't say oops. You got to go with it.
Right. Right.
So
Right. Yeah, you're right. If you go in the theater, if you're going in there every evening, you got to be on your A game. You get one shot. You can't,
yeah,
like you said, stop and say, "Let's do this again."
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't
Yeah.
do that. So that's my job too. I also try to make them comfortable when they shy. Come out your shell because you can't be shy if this is what you want to do. So I kind of, get out your shell, get loose, whatever you got to do, throw water on your face, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, but man, it sounds very interesting. Very interesting. The whole everything that you're doing is sounding interesting. Especially the acting part. That's cool, man. That is cool.
But thank you,
You
thank you. I
know,
try to do my part.
yeah. So, what are your future plans when it comes to acting? Where do you see yourself, down the road, 5, 10 years from there? Where do you want to be as far as your acting career?
Just you consistently working. Be honest with you. I know it sounds corny, or just be relevant and consistently working. And each project just grow with it. And even myself, just learning the business. You know what I mean? And one day I might, want to become a writer or a director. I mean, right now I'm in front of the camera. That's where I like to be. But I got a few projects in my mind. Just talking to myself. I said, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? One day when I get into a space where I can do that, I'll write my own stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, that's great. Now, what do you do to keep yourself informed about movies, regardless of where they're filming at, about the auditions? How do you keep yourself, in the loop?
In the loop, a lot of times people will really. I get a lot of people that has followed me that on social media, and they see my work, and they be like, "Hey, I like how you did that, and would you mind being a part of this project?" And I'd be like, "Sure," because well, I'll read the script first and see if I like it, or have them tell
Mhm.
me about the character, and I'm like, "All right, sure, I'll do it." So a lot of times people reach out to me and like, "Hey, I want you for this, and do you mind jumping on board?"
Right. Okay. Now, look in the show that you're doing. What is it? Diary of a Female Player. What
Hmm.
do y'all have any parts in there for any women? In the 50 to 60 range.
Right now we just starting off. This will be like our first season, first
Okay.
first few episodes. But as you go on, you never know. She might throw something in there on you. Like she's definitely Jessica Banks. She's definitely talented, so she'll definitely switch it up. So I can't say what we just got. We go off of her, and
Uh-huh. Well, keep Tony in mind, because Tony put a note on his dang. I should have been in that one, laughing out loud. So keep
hey,
that
you
in
never know.
mind.
You might be in it. You might be in it. You never know, baby.
If you need an older female player, let me know, and I'll give you Tony's information, and you can get Tony involved in it.
Oh man.
She prob- she she probably would love that. She probably played the role pretty good too. She
Yeah.
probably played pretty good and
Hey,
everything.
hey, speaking to existence. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. So yeah, man. Like I said, you're doing a lot, man. And that's a great thing. To find a young black man, out there doing his
Hmm.
thing, and doing all of it with excellence.
Yeah,
You know.
like I said, I just give my best, and that's all I do, and this is my passion. So I can't really play with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I believe that I was given a gift, and I
Hmm.
did try to. Like I told you, I tried to put it down,
Hmm.
and it was just like, and the guy was like, "Nah, this is yours. I
Hmm.
gave it to you. So what you gonna do with it, player?"
Yeah. But look, your grandmother saw something in you.
Yeah, yeah.
She
Evidently, she
put you in
did.
a frame.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of times the older folks see something in us before we even see it. And they
Exactly.
can look at you and tell right off the bat what you're gonna do.
And my
And it's
mom used to say, "You listen to your grandma and go to the church and do it." And I'm like, I don't want to do it, but like I said, when you're a child, you don't understand. So
yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
know, because it's like when I left home when I went to college and left home at 18. Shoot, Sunday mornings came around. I was laid up in bed like, okay, I'm on my own now. I ain't got nobody to tell
yeah.
me to get up and go to church.
Back then, at least it forced you to go to church. You like, oh
Yeah, that's
man.
right. But then I appreciate it. I appreciate everything my parents and grandparents put me through. I appreciate, because I look at it, I do have some friends that, got on the wrong went on the wrong side of the track. They're either dead or in prison. That's sad. So I think my parents were doing everything they did, to keep me grounded and keep me going in the right direction. That's
Well,
something.
everything you encounter in life is a stepping stool to the next level. So
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
yeah.
So
So
good
yeah,
or bad or in between, whatever, is just
yeah,
use it as a stepping stool.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So, what more advice could you give to someone who's watching tonight, who has the inkling to go into acting or modeling? What can you tell them? About about the grind and how to focus on it and be good at what you do.
well, first of all, I would say this. I would tell people your biggest critics are gonna always be your friends and family. That's
Uh-huh.
always. I know a lot of people do get a little sidetracked and lose focus on what the goal at hand. I always say this: just stay focused, put the negativity all to the side. If you can, feed off of it.
Hmm.
Use it for fuel. Just keep pushing. Don't let nothing knock you off your block. And that's how I keep doing it. You know what I mean? And after a while, all that negative, you be like, it don't even bother you. You don't even scratch the surface with you no more.
Hmm.
Because you'll say, well, evidently I'm doing something right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything is going my way. So,
Oh, okay. Now tell
that's
me, before we close out, tell me, how's the celebrity boxing coming along now? You still doing it? Y'all still
we
having?
still doing it.
Mm.
We took a pause on that for a minute. We still doing it. I got a couple things lined up. We just waiting to see who bites what, and you know, see how they move with it. Listen, I'm undefeated, light heavyweight champion. So if anybody want it, they can, sign the paperwork, and
Right.
get to Yolanda Mac, and we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Now look, do you all go to? I think what 10 rounds? Do y'all go to full amount of rounds, or y'all cut the rounds back?
well, what we was doing four. Well, start off three, then it was doing four, and
Okay.
that's how they were doing it. And he was like 3 minutes.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? 3 minute rounds, four rounds. Nothing
Well,
too strenuous.
see, I'm too old to get up in the ring with you guys. Y'all probably knock me down. I probably look. Y'all probably fan at me. I probably go falling all back
Listen,
to the ropes and everything.
listen. You got some old guys that'll fool you now. You like, oh wait, I didn't know he had that. You know what I mean?
But I'm pretty sure that's a fun evening to go to a celebrity boxing match, just hanging out,
Yeah,
smoking cigars, drinking a
yeah,
little, just having a good time.
yeah. Just enjoying yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's about. I mean, win, lose, or draw. Even though once again I'm undefeated, but um, just enjoy yourself. Go out there, and enjoy yourself. I mean, that's what's
Right.
about. So you know.
Tony telling me, Tony said elder abuse, laughing out loud. She said, "Don't try it, Reggie." Oh
Shit, I knew she
boy.
was gonna get you back. First of all, I also want to say this too before you let me go.
Uh
I
huh.
want to say everybody, this is how I stay healthy. Live alkaline water,
Mhm.
nice water, tastes smooth going down. Trust
Mhm.
me, it's definitely the water, especially before or after you work out. I like it.
Right.
Feel different. So
Yeah. A lot of people are pushing alkaline water. It's gosh, I was reading an article about a black gentleman from down south. His family, you
this is
know,
this is where
years
it comes
ago.
from.
Oh, that's the one right there.
Down North Carolina,
Okay.
this is where he come from, and it does not taste like
Mhm.
alkaline water. Like this is
Okay.
smooth. Like you sure this is alkaline? Like it's smooth. Like I'm trying to
Oh,
tell
okay.
you.
Yeah, that's the one I had read. That's the guy I had read about. Him and his family and everything.
Okay,
Yeah. So you got to take care of yourself, man. That's a good point, man. You got to stay healthy, and water is definitely one of the things you got to have in your body to stay healthy. You know,
exactly.
that's one of
Yeah.
the things you got to have. Well, I tell you, my brother Terry Moore, I really have enjoyed. Oh yeah, I know what I want to ask you. One more thing about
Yeah.
celebrity boxing. Do you all ever come down to the DC area and do matches, or y'all just do most of them
Well,
locally?
being that we started out, we was just doing it around Philadelphia, around the Pennsylvania area,
Uh huh.
because we didn't, like I said, we didn't get a chance to have a long, lengthy distance with this. So we
Hmm.
just started out doing it because we wanted to see how it was gonna go.
Right.
But now, we she's like I said, Miss. Yolanda Mack, she's definitely reaching out to people and seeing how we can ignite this fire again and see where it goes. You
Oh,
know.
okay, okay. Yeah, I'll be talking to her.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But if I gotta go to DC, man, listen, I'll chase the money, baby. Listen, whatever
Okay.
we got. If we go to the moon, that's what they want to do.
That's right. That's a good attitude to have, my man. That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
So look, for the people who are watching tonight, the viewers, we've had an opportunity to sit down and talk to Mr. Terry Moore, who's an actor. He's a model. He's a martial art uh, person. He's a boxer. I mean, like I said, I wonder if he's Jamaican. He's got a lot of different hats in the fire, but he's doing a great job with all of them. He, has a great positive attitude, and he's moving
Thank you.
along, enjoying what he wants to. But he's moving along, enjoying things in life that he enjoys, and that's what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to have a passion for it, got to have a love for it, and you got to enjoy it.
And
You
don't
know,
be scared to tackle it. Don't be just tackle it. Don't be scared.
yeah. So that's a good thing. So I want to thank you, Mr.
Thank you for
Moore,
having
for
me
being
again.
with us tonight. So look, before we close out, what's your closing thoughts before we close out tonight? What you want to tell the people?
You know what? Stay healthy, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you
Yeah.
can, just stay healthy. All because believe it or not, all of those are basically one and the same. Just you know what I mean. Just stay healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So look, for my viewers out there, how about coming back tomorrow night with me and Sherry and Taffy as we talk politics tomorrow night on Real World News TV, and we're going to be
Mhm.
discussing worldwide racism with this situation that's taking place in Ukraine and other parts of the Europe continent, and yeah, mainly in Europe. There's always been an underlying tension and issue with racism
Mhm.
that people of color haven't really been accepted in these countries. And the true face of racism has been shown with the Ukraine war because a lot of students go there from Africa and India to go to medical school.
Right.
And they were like, hey, they're going to leave them in the cold, talking about, look, us blue-eyed folks got to get out of Ukraine first before y'all even think about getting out. So we want to discuss that topic tomorrow night because it seems like wherever people of color go, we are faced with racism. We're faced with racism. And that's very disappointing this day and time. But it is what it is, and we want to discuss it tomorrow night. But again, I want to thank Terry for being with us tonight. This has been enlightening. Maybe I can come to Philadelphia, and y'all can do the senior citizen round for the senior citizens. Give me a couple guys in the '60s to get
No,
that
well,
looking.
there might be a thing, senior citizen boxing. There might be a thing. Hey, you might be on something, player. Hey, whatever makes the money, man.
Hey Terry, we built that. Okay, what round is this? Oh, this is round one. We'll be out of breath already, man. But we can even get into the round and get it started, But
The bell didn't even ring, huh?
yeah, it's all about. Tony said walkers in the ring.
Oh
Boy,
man,
I tell you, but it's all about having fun in life, enjoying life, and because you in this day and time, you got to find something that gives you some joy in life, man.
yeah,
The
yeah. I
world's
mean, you can't
crazy.
walk around bitter.
The world's crazy. So look, again, man, we're gonna be talking. Like I said, I got to get you into the magazine. So we're gonna work on some things down the road and everything. We'll be talking. 'Cause I know Yolanda be hitting me up with doing something. So we'll definitely be talking. But like I said again, I really appreciate you taking time out from your busy schedule to spend some time with us tonight.
Thank you for having me, though.
Okay,
Again,
well, look, you take care, man. Be good to yourself. Y'all heard him. Take care of your health, both physically and mentally. Be good to yourself and go out and
yeah.
get some of that alkaline water. What's the name of that brand you drinking, man?
Live alkaline water. Those,
Live. Okay, that's a black
yeah, live
man.
alkaline
Yeah,
water.
that's a black man who's balling in that water. So let's support our own and let's make them
Yeah,
rich. Okay, we got to create billionaires out here. Okay,
I
so
drink this
look,
by the case,
everyone.
baby.
If you haven't already checked out this month's magazine, go to urbansentinelmagazine.com. Click on the button that says "Click here for magazine." Uh, check out E.W. Brooks. She's a director. She just first of the year. She just released her first movie out in Hawaii. It was filmed in Hawaii, based in Hawaii. So check out that article for this month's magazine. Until next week, guys, take care of yourself, be good to yourself, and be safe. Peace.
Peace.